Hello, my name is Trevor Lewis, and I'm coming to you from the Voyager Middle School STEAM Lab. Today we're going to be using xShape again, and this time we're going to be using some of these subdivision tools that can actually make this surface not printable. So I just want to make sure that you are aware of these tools and then how to make things back printable again. One of them is this plane cut. If you can cut by a plane, you need to have an established plane, but I can choose my subdivision here, I think. Yep, there we go. And I can cut by plane. I can select this planar entity and I can cut by it. You can see that I need to have an established plane, so you can use the make a plane feature to make a plane that's not one of your standard planes that starts with. But when I choose cut by plane and I hit the check mark, it's not just a section view, it actually gets rid of everything else. So when I put this back together here, you can see it's going forward and my surface is not knitting and my combine is not happening that I had before, because this object and this object, there's no inside of this object, so it can't actually combine things up. But if I'm looking at just this part here, I can see the inside and the outside of the surface, but this is infinitely thin here. So this is not going to actually work for me as a surface to 3D print, because there's no inside and no outside. So that's one way to break into things. Another way is if you select an individual face. So I'm going to edit this feature. If I select an individual face, I can actually delete that face. And since I have symmetry turned on, it's doing it on both sides. Okay. So you can do this to make a surface. Okay. But the surface is not 3D printable. Okay. You can also close these shapes. So I have fill edges. And if I choose fill edges, it will, since I had that selected already, it just filled all those edges. Or maybe I didn't finish the delete. I'm not sure what happened there. Let's see. Finish the delete. There we go. And then fill the edges. You can select an opening like this, and it will fill it. Okay. I can select, since I did that big plane cut, I can select that opening too. I just click on the edge like this, and it will try and figure out a way to fill that in. So if you close up all the holes and you knit your surface together, then it'll be 3D printable, as long as it's got an inside and an outside that's easily defined. So now that I have this surface, I can also do things like I can select individual things, and under the features, I can create more surfaces by offsetting that face. So if I select a face to offset, I can create another surface that's far away from that surface. It's not. Oh, it didn't like that offset. So I can offset surfaces like that by going away from them and creating surfaces. Okay. But these flat surfaces are not 3D printable. So I wanted to show you this technique right here. It's under the features menu, and it's thicken. So thicken, if I choose a surface, I can choose a distance, a thickness to add to that surface, and then it'll become an enclosed shape. Right? Let's back up a couple of steps here and let's see if I can thicken this whole thing. Let's see. So I got all these faces. I'm going to thicken by 10 millimeters. We'll allow that. I'm not sure what the limit of complexity is here. It's sort of like using the shell command. So if you're trying to thicken things, and you can see that those are thickening just fine, and I can string them together. But I think some of these more complex shapes here, as soon as I add this one in here with a tight bend, that's when it fails. So that's part of my shape right here. This tightness right here is preventing it from being thicker. So that is how you can cause yourself problems and then solve those problems, and create different shapes that you can 3D print through adding back in the enclosedness of the shape.